Sorry, Miss.
Hmm?
Gimana?
Bisa dengar suara saya jelas?
Bisa.
Okay, so sambil menunggu yang lainnya, I'd like to open the class. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, Miss Renti.
Waalaikumsalam. Good afternoon, Miss Dini.
Okay, how was your day, by the way? How was your weekend?
My weekend was going so.
Mm.
There is no
Nothing special.
something special.
Mm. Okay. So you just stay at home or going somewhere?
I stay at home.
You stay at home. Okay then.
Yeah.
How about today?
Today, because this is Monday, which is start to work.
Mm.
I work from home,
Mm.
and today we are doing a long meeting
Oh, I see.
and
By Zoom?
continue with this class.
Mm.
So today is maybe kind of productive day.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good day. Okay then. How many hours the meeting?
3 hours.
3 hours. Okay. It's kind of long meeting.
Mm-hmm.
By Zoom or
Yeah.
what?
We use a Gmeet,
Oh, Gmail.
Google Meet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Zoom we have to pay, right? If you want to get an
Yeah.
unlimited what we
Right.
call it time. Even Gmeet, it's
We can use
unlimited.
it free.
Can use it free too. Okay then. I have a busy day too for today because it's Monday and I think uh for the job this week
Mm-hmm.
it start and it can be list since Monday. Jadi kalau hari
Mm-hmm.
Senin kan udah ada listnya tuh, kayak besok ngapain. So it's kind of a busy day, but I'm happy because when I'm fasting, I love
Mm-hmm.
doing something that can makes me what we call it, not hungry or not feel tired because I do something, even I'm
Okay.
fasting. Hmm.
Beside being a tutor, do you have any activity, Miss?
Yeah, this is my part time actually. This is my part time because I
Uh-huh.
only have two classes in a
Mm-hmm.
day. So for the rest of the time, I do my job and my activity.
I see.
Belum ada yang join lagi nih ya. Apa mungkin hari Senin sangat melelahkan?
Maybe.
Oke, sambil menunggu teman-teman yang lain, I'd like to share screen. Halo Miss Ana.
Hello, Miss.
How was your day?
I'm good, Miss.
Anything special for today?
Nothing, Miss. Nothing
Nothing.
special.
Okay. How
Yes.
about your weekend? How was your weekend?
I just do my proposal.
Didn't you go out?
Just book bar with my friends.
Oh, bookbird with your friends.
Yes.
I love bookbird time, right? Even what we call it. apa ya, kayak punya waktu uh, apa ya bahasa yang pas itu ya, special time with your friends or your best friend.
Yeah.
It's kind of, we can do a bookbird time. Even I have a friend which is a different religion with me. Even she is different, we have a different religion, but when I invite her to bookbird, she will accept. She will accept, and she will buy many foods for me because she thinks that, oh, this is your special day, and this is for you because you've been not drinking and not eating all the day, so I will buy all of the food for you, and I'm so happy for that.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, thank you, Miss Anna. How about you, Miss Vika? Hello, Miss Vika. How was your day?
uh, stay at home always, and I don't know for activities. I'm so lazy today.
You're so lazy today.
Hmm,
I feel
udah
you sometimes.
setengah bulan, Miss.
Setengah bulan, maksudnya?
Maksudnya puasa efeknya sekarang.
Oh, iya nggak kerasa ya, sudah 2 minggu ini ya, 14 hari, 13 atau
Iya.
14 hari sudah kita berpuasa. Nggak kerasa 2 minggu lagi lebaran. Masih lama, Miss.
Iya.
Okay, enjoy the time. So how about your weekend?
Uh, yes, at home, Miss.
Oh,
Nggak.
just stay at home.
uh,
Okay.
I want to uh, shopping in supermarket, nggak jadi.
Oh, okay. You can buy online if if
Nggak, Miss.
if it is really necessary. Kalau kalau sangat dibutuhkan dan nggak mau keluar, you can buy online, right?
This is a signing, ya panas banget sih
Mm.
harus.
This is a very hot day in my
Hmm.
village too. This is a very very hot day, and I feel, wow, I'm sweating, after taking a bath, meskipun setelah mandi itu kan,
Hmm.
but an hour after that, sejam setelah itu, I am sweating. Saya ini berkeringat sebisanya gitu ya, saking
Iya, Miss.
panasnya.
Entah kenapa today apa sih kayak basahin rambut, padahal this is not my schedule for apa sih basah rambut tuh
Oh,
berapa kali Mas?
you have a schedule for that?
Iya, two days today
Once in a 2 days?
dua, iya,
Sehari
once in
dalam sekali
dua hari.
dalam 2 hari.
Iya,
Okay.
once in two days.
I have a random day, for cleaning my hair, because yeah, sometimes every day I can clean my hair
Iya.
to make it fresh.
Iya, Miss.
Okay, thank you, Miss Vika, for sharing.
Yeah, thank you, Miss.
Okay, guys. Well, for today, let's start the meeting by learning idiomatic expressions. Okay, wait. Do you still remember what is idiom? Ada yang masih ingat apa itu idiom? What is that?
Good expression, Miss. For native speaker.
Miss Anna?
Idiom phrases can translate word by word.
Okay,
But
yeah. But
apa artinya beda.
Okay then. Yeah. Idiom is actually a phrases that we cannot translate word by word. So the only way to learn idiom, we have to know the meaning behind the idiom itself. Jadi kita harus paham nih apa sih artinya gitu, maknanya. Kalau bahasa Indonesia itu seperti apa kemarin saya bilang itu paribahasa. Nah, seperti itu. Jadi kan ada bahasanya, kemudian ada ungkapannya, and then what's the meanings actually. Nah, di situ bahasa Inggris juga ada teman-teman namanya idiomatic expressions. And here is actually why we have to learn about idiom, Miss. Kok kita harus belajar idiom itu biar apa sih, Miss gitu? It's actually to speak natural, biar bicara bahasa Inggrisnya itu lebih natural and sounds more like native speaker. Okay, so it is actually several expressions that the native speaker often to use and to practice in their daily activity. Nah, so we're going to check one by one. Nah, kita belajar satu persatu. Okay. The first idiom, to lose one's touch. To lose one's touch. So, what's the meaning? Okay, coba Miss Wike dibaca. Means apa nih?
Means lost the ability to do something as well as before, lost the talent or skill on something.
Okay, so this idiom means you lose your ability to do something as well as before. Nah, jadi kita apa ya, kehilangan kemampuan untuk mengerjakan sesuatu itu dan nggak sebaik sebelumnya. Nah, in idiom you may say to lose one's touch or lose the talent or skill on something. Examples, contohnya nih. Coba Miss Ana dibaca number 1.
You may have the talent, but if you do not practice enough, you will lose your touch.
Okay, you may have the talent. Kamu tuh sebenarnya punya bakat gitu. But if you do not practice enough, tapi kalau nggak di latihan, cukup latihan, you will lose your touch. Kamu akan kehilangan kemampuan itu. So lose your touch mean bukan kehilangan sentuh, tapi kehilangan kemampuan. Lose your ability or talent or skill on something. Okay. Coba contoh nomor 2, Miss Renti, silakan dibaca.
I can no longer sing like that. I've lost my touch since I had an infection on my throat.
Okay, I cannot longer sing like that. Saya udah nggak bisa nyanyi lagi seperti itu gitu, sebagus itu. I've lost my touch. Saya kehilangan kemampuan sejak infeksi di on my throat. What the meaning? Throat? Tenggorokan. Nah, okay. So she or he cannot have a good voice after had an infection. Setelah punya infection, jadinya dia kehilangan kemampuan dalam bernyanyi. Lost touch. Okay, then this is the first idiom. Okay, let's get down to the next one. The next one is over the moon. Kalau diartikan satu perkata apa nih? Apa teman-teman artinya? Over the moon. Lebih dari bulan gitu kan? Lebih dari bulan. So it's actually an idiom, ungkapan, means that you are extremely happy or super glad. Ketika kita sangat-sangat senang, nah you may say over the moon. Example, he was over the moon when he got a job with his dream company. Dia itu sangat super senang gitu ketika dia dapat kerjaan di perusahaan yang dia impikan. So over the moon means extremely happy. Okay, contoh kedua, silakan Miss Wike dibaca. Number 2.
I'm over the moon because I'm selected to be part of the solar ship.
Okay, I'm over the moon because I am selected to be part of this scholarship. Saya sangat senang, sangat-sangat senang dikarenakan saya bisa jadi bagian dari beasiswa ini gitu. So, well, actually, learning idiom or using idiom in your daily activity on or when you make a caption atau mungkin ketika buat caption gitu kan, it's another way, another intelligent way to express your emotion. Jadi apa ya, biar lebih lebih keren gitu kan. Nah, kita bisa show up our emotion using idiom. Kayak misalnya gini, instead of saying I'm happy, jadi kalau kita bilang I'm happy itu kan sudah biasa ya, I'm so happy. You can say I'm over the moon. I was over the moon. She is over the moon. Nah, like that. Contohnya seperti itu. Okay. Selanjutnya, next idiom. The third idiom. Better late than never. Better late than never. Lebih baik terlambat daripada nggak pernah gitu kan. Nah, so as we can see in these expressions, nah dari sini kita bisa mengartikan nih teman-teman. Apa sih maksudnya? Nah, mungkin kalau dalam bahasa Indonesia itu lebih baik terlambat daripada nggak sama sekali gitu kan. Nah, bahasa Inggrisnya juga ada. So you can use this idiom. Means it is better to do something late than to not or never do it at all. Nah, atau di artian lain bisa juga lebih baik datang terlambat ke sebuah acara daripada nggak muncul sama sekali. Nah, jadi dia bisa dua makna. Okay. Examples number 1. Coba Miss Renti dibaca. Contoh nomor 1.
All of us have been waiting for you for 2 hours, but better late than never.
Okay. Kita semua udah nungguin kamu nih selama 2 jam. Yang nggak apa-apa sih, lebih baik datang terlambat daripada nggak datang gitu maksudnya. Okay. And then number 2. Coba Miss Ana dibaca.
It took me 4 years to complete the English course, but better late than never, right?
Oke. Saya ini butuh waktu 4 tahun nih untuk menyelesaikan kursus bahasa Inggris gitu. Ya, nggak apa-apa sih, lebih baik terlambat daripada nggak sama sekali. Nah, artinya dia sudah menyelesaikan kan. Even dia harus punya waktu selama 4 tahun. 4 years. Okay, it's actually the meaning of this idiom. Better late than never. Next one. The next idiom masih diawali oleh better. Better safe than sorry. Safe than sorry. Lebih baik menyimpan daripada meminta maaf. Nah, maksudnya apa tuh, Miss? So, in bahasa, it means lebih baik mencegah daripada mengobati. Nah, dalam bahasa Indonesia seperti itu. Lebih baik mencegah daripada mengobati. So, in English, we can say better safe than sorry. Okay. Means it's better to do something carefully in advance. Lebih baik melakukan sesuatu yang apa ya, all out atau berhati-hati di awalnya daripada harus bersusah payah nantinya, daripada harus menderita nantinya. Then to suffer later. Suffer means, what do you meaning suffer?
Bersusah payah.
Bersusah payah. Berjuang atau apa ya? Ya, bersusah payah gitulah ya. Jadi lebih baik apa ya, melakukan sesuatu, mempersiapkan secara awal daripada nanti harus bersusah payah. Oke, contohnya examples. Number 1, coba Miss Ana dibaca.
Make sure you take an umbrella. I know it's sunny now, but better safe than sorry.
Okay, it means that actually someone said, make sure you take an umbrella. Uh, pastikan kamu ngambil an umbrella gitu. I know it's sunny now. Ya ini emang cuacanya lagi bagus gitu. Tapi kan nggak tahu nanti, mungkin bisa hujan gitu. But better safe than sorry. Lebih baik mencegah daripada mengobati. Nanti kalau hujan kan dia bisa pakai payungnya itu maksudnya. Okay. The second examples. Coba Miss Wika dibaca.
We don't think that it's better to be safe than sorry and plan this even out more carefully.
Oke. Kira-kira artinya apa nih, Miss?
Kamu tidak berpikir bahwa lebih baik mencegah daripada mengobati dan planning ini harus lebih hati-hati.
Okay, so it's actually he or she wants to give an advice. Kalau dia bilang lebih baik kamu mempersiapkannya lebih matang deh gitu. Daripada nanti kan kita nggak tahu nih. Nah, so he said that plan this event out more carefully. Nah, rencanakan event ini lebih hati-hati daripada nantinya ada kejadian gimana-gimana. So you can say this idiom, better safe than sorry. Okay. Nah, sampai sini ada pertanyaan teman-teman? Any question so far? Nothing? Okay. I'd like to continue. Idiom selanjutnya. No pain, no gain. Nah, mungkin udah sering nih dengar idiom ini teman-teman. Apa sih artinya no pain, no gain kalau dalam bahasa Indonesia itu?
Tidak adanya luka, tidak tidak ada keberhasilan ini.
Nggak ada luka, nggak ada keberhasilan. Ya, that's actually, dari situ kita bisa melihat nih, so the meaning means you cannot achieve anything without effort or suffering. Nah, kita nggak bisa nih mencapai sesuatu tanpa berusaha atau bersusah payah. Okay, so this idiom means kita harus berusaha dulu, baru deh nanti dapat hasilnya gitu kan. Kalau nggak usaha ya mana bisa. Okay, coba dibaca contoh number 1. Silakan Miss Renti.
Jerome Pauline gets full scholarship for studying abroad. I understand that there is no gain if there is no pain.
Okay, so here is Jerome Pauline mendapatkan beasiswa full untuk belajar di luar negeri gitu. Jadinya saya paham nih kalau nggak ada hasil jika nggak ada usaha gitu. Jadi kalau misal dia nggak berusaha ya nggak ada hasilnya. So means that Jerome study very hard or he was hitting the books very hard to get a scholarship. Mungkin dia belajar sangat rajin gitu ya buat dapat scholarshipnya. Okay. Contoh nomor 2, silakan. Coba Miss Ana dibaca.
If you want to speak English fluently, you must practice for an extra hours every day. No pain, no gain.
Okay. If you want to speak English fluently, nah kalau misalnya kamu mau bisa bahasa Inggris secara lancar, ya kamu harus latihan nih. Latihan setiap jam, setiap hari gitu kan. Nggak ada usaha, nggak ada hasil tanpa usaha. No pain, no gain. Okay. It's a simple idiom. The next one. Spill the beans. Spill the beans. Kalau diartikan satu-satu apa teman-teman? Spill itu apa? The beans itu apa?
Bagi kacangnya.
Bagi kacangnya, okay. So spill the beans. What's actually the meaning? Means that give away a secret. Give away, give away means you give something for free. You give something for free. Give away itu kan kita memberikan sesuatu secara cuma-cuma gitu kan, secara free. So spill the beans means that give away a secret. Jadi kita ngasih tahu orang nih sebuah rahasia gitu. So means spill the beans. Oke, contohnya examples. Coba Miss Wika, number 1.
Olivia spills the beans on her brother's love story in front of everyone in the classroom.
Oke, Olivia apa ya bahasa Indonesianya itu ya? Olivia
diceritakan
Olivia
oleh
tuh menceritakan rahasia cerita cinta saudara laki-lakinya gitu. Love her brother's love story in front of everyone, di depan semua orang di dalam kelas gitu. Jadi si Olivia ini spills the beans, dia menceritakan a secret, rahasia tentang her brother's love story. Okay. Contoh yang kedua, get closer. What the meaning get closer?
Mendekat.
Mendekat atau agak ke sini coba gitu. Get closer. Let me spill the beans for Marina wedding's day. Sini aku kasih tahu gitu. Buat Marina wedding's date. Tanggal pernikahan si Marina. So spill the beans means give away a secret. Kita memberikan rahasia, menceritakan rahasia secara cuma-cuma. Okay. Next one. Nah, speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. Nah, kalau diartikan perkata apa nih teman-teman? Berbicara kepada ya itulah Miss. Okay.
Opposite of angel.
Opposite of angel. Speak of the devil. What is the meaning? Means is actually a situation. Ini adalah situasi when you are talking about someone, ketika kita membicarakan seseorang nih, and suddenly that person appears. Tiba-tiba orang itu muncul gitu. Nah, so we can say speak of the devil. Jadi misalnya saya sama Miss Renti sama Miss Wika nih ngomongin Miss Ana nih. Tiba-tiba Miss Ana muncul. So we call that situation speak of the devil. Okay. Jadi orang yang kita omongkan itu tiba-tiba muncul gitu. Speak of the devil. Okay, examples. Coba contohnya. Number 1. Silakan Miss Ana dibaca.
Did you see Samuel yesterday? Oh, there he comes. Speak of the devil.
Nah, kan dia baru bertanya nih tentang Samuel. Did you see Samuel yesterday? Lihat Samuel nggak kemarin? Oh, itu dia. Speak of the devil. Baru aja diomongin gitu kan. Speak of the devil. Baru aja diomongin. Datang orangnya. Oke, contoh yang kedua nih. Coba Miss Renti dibaca.
I hope our teacher doesn't come today. Oh, speak of the devil. Here he comes.
Oke, baru aja kita ngomong kan sama teman-teman yang lain. I hope our teacher doesn't come today. Saya berharap nggak ada guru deh hari ini gitu kan. Oh, speak of the devil. Baru aja diomongin. Ternyata dia masuk gurunya. So, it's actually a unique idiom. I think I love this idiom, speak of the devil. When you talking about someone and suddenly that person appears. Okay.
Miss, kalau orang yang nggak datang, kita ngomongin di belakang masih termasuk, Miss?
Enggak, itu bukan situasi speak of the devil. Ya kita ngomongin biasa aja. Means that we are talking about someone. Kan dia nggak muncul di entah di mana gitu.
Kayak panjang umur gitu ya.
Kalau bahasa Indonesianya, wah baru aja diomongin panjang umur nih gitu.
Okay.
It's actually fun, you know, learning about the culture. Kan ini kayak lebih ke culture gitu kan. Idiom itu include a culture of English native speaker. Kalau bahasa Indonesia kan sebuah ungkapan kayak gitu, juga masuk ke culture budayanya. Okay. Next one. Under the weather. Under the weather. It is a very common idiom, and it used it often used in any movies. Saya sering menemukan idiom ini di beberapa film gitu, under the weather. And the meaning is feeling sick. So instead of saying I am sick, selain kita bilang I am sick, saya sakit, you may say I am under the weather. Nah, under the weather di bawah cuaca gitu kan kalau diartikan satu-satu. But actually the meaning is feeling sick. Okay. Examples. Coba Miss Wika dibaca. Contoh number 1.
I have my final exam at noon, but I'm feeling a bit under the weather.
Okay. Weather.
Weather.
Nah, I have my final exam at noon. Saya ada ujian nih nanti jam 12 gitu, siang hari. But I am feeling a bit under the weather. Tapi sekarang saya merasa agak sedikit sakit. So, I don't know how to answer that final examination. Mungkin kalau diterusin kayak gitu ya. Nah, contoh yang kedua. They did not go to work last week because of under the weather. Mereka nggak pergi kerja minggu lalu dikarenakan sakit. Okay, under the weather. I'm feeling under the weather. I cannot join the class. Ya, gimana?
Miss, kalau sakit hati bukan ya, Miss?
Bukan. Ini bukan sakit hati. Ini sakit yang apa ya, nyata gitu.
Fisik ya?
Sakit fisik. Sakit hati ya. Okay. Broke your
Miss,
heart.
yang example number 1 itu feeling a bit under the weather. Itu feeling pertama, terus kan under the weather feeling juga. Itu maksudnya.
Oh, kok ada double feeling gitu maksudnya?
Ya.
Nah, ini bisa sih Miss, bisa pakai feeling juga bisa enggak gitu. It's actually what we call it. The important point itu under the weather means sick gitu. Artinya kan sakit. So if I am taken, kalau misalnya saya mengambil ini, feelingnya juga nggak apa-apa. But I'm a bit under the weather, it's okay. I'm feeling under the weather juga is okay. Okay. Harusnya di sini saya kasih sick gitu aja ya. Jadi nggak double feeling gitu maksudnya. But you got a point? Okay then. Next one. Apples and or with oranges. Apa nih maksudnya? Apel dan jeruk. Okay. Apel dan jeruk maksudnya adalah means the items that cannot be compared. What the meaning compare?
Tidak bisa dibandingkan.
Tidak bisa dibandingkan. Jadi ini adalah idiom untuk sesuatu yang kita tuh nggak bisa membandingkan gitu. Things that are completely different. Sesuatu yang benar-benar berbeda. Jadi ya nggak bisa dibandingin kan, berbeda gitu. Examples, contohnya. Number 1, coba Miss Renti dibaca.
We cannot compare Sarah and Sana. They are apples and orange.
Nah, misalnya kita mau membandingkan seseorang juga nih, secara umum gitu kan. We cannot compare Sarah and Sana. Kita nggak bisa membandingkan Sarah dan Sana. Mereka itu ya berbeda. It's like apples and oranges. Kayak jeruk dan apel. Okay. Contoh yang kedua. To compare Indonesian culture and Japanese culture is to compare apples with oranges. Jadi untuk membandingkan budaya Indonesia dan Jepang itu ya seperti kita membandingkan apel dan jeruk gitu. Kan benar-benar nggak sama. They have their own uniqueness. Nah, setiap dari mereka punya keunikan sendiri-sendiri gitu kan about the culture. So, apples and or with oranges means that the items that cannot be compared. Sesuatu yang kita nggak bisa compare. Okay. Ada yang
Ini
masuk?
hanya
Gimana, Miss?
Ini bisa diganti atau hanya apple and orange? Karena kan sering dengar kayak itu nggak apple to apple, untuk dibandingkan, atau itu tuh sebenarnya buah di sini dua nama buah yang berbeda hanya untuk menunjukkan berbeda aja, atau memang udah template-nya apples and or with orange ini?
Oh, setahu saya sampai sekarang sih baru menemukan apples and oranges ya. Kayak misalnya untuk membandingkan gitu. But actually I'm not sure kalau bisa diganti atau enggak gitu. Soalnya belum pernah menemukan misalnya apples and watermelon misalnya, or apples and mango. So I'm not sure too, but until right now I just find this idiom, apples and or with oranges.
Oke.
Okay, thank you Miss Renti. Ini ada RS Kartini, Shiva. Anyone?
This is me, Miss Arum.
Oh, Miss Arum, oke then.
Ini rename.
Oke.
Apa Zoom-nya habis dipakai sama kakak.
Oke then. Heran kan saya ada Kartini Shiva, siapa tuh? Have you done your class, Miss Arum?
Yes, Miss, already.
Okay. Ini ya. Apakah masih ujian, Miss Arum? Oh, hari ini mulai ujian ya? Ujian midterm, right?
Yes, Miss. After ini tadi habis ngerjain ujian.
Okay, then. So how was your exam? Difficult or easy?
Difficult but not too much.
Difficult but not too much. Okay. Hopefully you can get a best score that you want. Bisa dapat nilai bagus ya. Okay then. Next one, next idiom. Clear as mud. What the meaning mud? Apa artinya mud, teman-teman? Mud.
Lumpur.
Lumpur. So it's actually an opposite meaning. Jadi ini tuh sebenarnya kayak meaningnya berkebalikan gitu. Kan sebersih lumpur gitu. But actually mud isn't clear. Mud is dirty, right? So when you use this idiom, it means difficult to understand or not clear at all. Jadi susah untuk dimengerti atau nggak bersih sama sekali gitu, nggak jelas sama sekali. So this one is actually difficult to understand or not clear at all. Examples: your swimming pool needs cleaning. It's clear as mud. Kolam renangmu butuh dibersihkan nih. Ini bersih sebersih lumpur gitu. Jadi kayak menyindir gitu lah istilahnya. Dia buat sindiran.
Kayak sarkas gitu ya?
Sarkasme gitu. Wah, ruangan ini bersih sekali, seperti lumpur gitu. Jadi kan kayak kebalikannya. It's clear as mud. Oke, contoh yang kedua. Coba Miss Ana dibaca. The second example.
Her instruction is clear as mud. I can't get even 1 point.
Okay. Her instruction is clear as mud. Dia itu ngasih instruksi sejelas lumpur gitu. Berarti kan nggak jelas sama sekali. I cannot get even 1 point. Saya nggak paham meskipun 1 poin gitu yang dia katakan. So clear as mud means difficult to understand or not clear at all. Okay. Nah, sampai sini any question so far? Ada pertanyaan teman-teman?
Nothing.
Okay. Nah, sudah selesai. Ini ada 10 idiom yang kita belajar hari ini. Well, actually using idiom is nggak usah kebingungan about the tenses, teman-teman. Jadi idiom ini dia mengikuti subjeknya apa gitu, mengikuti situasinya seperti apa, keterangan waktunya kapan, itu mengikuti. Contohnya yang ini teman-teman. Nah, ini kan harusnya bentuknya lose once touch kan, lose, verb one. But actually here, I have. Di sini kita pakai present perfect. Nah, present perfect. Jadi harus pakai verb 3. I have verb 3. Nah, jadi si idiomnya nanti mengikuti saja. Oke. Contoh yang lain, misalnya ini. He was over the moon. Was. Kalau ada was berarti kan sudah masa lampau ya. Pakai verb 2 kan di sini. Makanya kalimat selanjutnya he got a job. Bukan get. Get itu verb 1, tapi got verb 2. He got a job. Means that it's already in a past time. Okay. Contoh yang lainnya. Ini nggak ada, ini juga. This one too. Nah, contohnya ini. Olivia spill. Kalau ini di sini kan nggak pakai s ya teman-teman. Spill the beans. But in here, because the subject is she, karena subjeknya she, maka dia mengikuti verbnya harus singular. Berarti kita tambahkan s di sini. Olivia spills the beans on her brother's love story in front of everyone in the classroom. Okay. Speak of the devil. Nah, contohnya ini juga. I have my final exam at noon. Saya punya ujian di siang hari, but I am. Nah, di sini ada to be teman-teman. Ada to be, maka di sini kita harus pakai verb in I'm feeling. Saya sedang merasa gitu. I'm feeling a bit under the weather. Nah. Okay. Apples and oranges, clear as mud. Okay. So, between an idiom and the tenses itu nggak usah dibingungkan. Jadi, nanti idiomnya mengikuti tensesnya. Seperti itu. Okay. Sampai sini, any question so far? Okay. Contoh-contoh idiom seperti ini nanti bakal muncul di kuis ya teman-teman. Kan kita akan ada kuis kayak 2 minggu sekali gitu kan. Berarti ini pertemuan hari Senin, kemudian Rabu, Jumat. Nanti hari Jumat kita ada kuis dan progress test ya. Jadi selama 2 minggu tuh kita belajar apa aja sih, nanti kita review di situ. Okay.
Okay.
Next one. The next one, I'd like to share screen about listening. Nah, selanjutnya kita belajar listening skills, teman-teman. Again, here I got the lesson from British Council. They share a tips. Nah, kalau minggu sebelumnya kan kita belajar kayak study tips, if I'm not mistaken. Kayak apa ya, tips-tips buat belajar gitu. Nah, kalau sekarang kita dikasih tips-tips untuk good nights, sleep. Supaya tidur di malam hari itu bagus, enak gitu. So, maybe by listening this audio, you can get the tips that you search for. Mungkin akan mendapatkan tips yang selama ini kita cari gitu kan. Apa sih tips yang diberikan? Atau mungkin sudah dijalankan tapi nggak berlaku Miss di saya gitu. Okay, it's okay. As long as we understand the meaning and we know what they are saying in English, okay, that's good for us. Nah, di sini a good night's sleep. Sudah kelihatan share screen-nya, teman-teman?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, sudah. Listen to the radio interview and do the exercises to practice and improve your listening skills. Nah, here. Tapi sebelum mendengarkan ini teman-teman, kita main vocabulary dulu di sini. Preparation. Nah, so we have to match. Kita harus memasangkan antara definisi dan vocabulary-nya. Apa sih artinya? Oke, number 1. Coba number 1 dibaca dulu nanti ya, terus dicari apa nih jawaban yang cocok. Miss Arum. Halo Miss Arum. Are you there?
Halo, Miss.
Silakan
Yes.
yang number 1.
A test to show what a person knows or can do. An exam.
Oke, an exam. Exam kan a test, sebuah test to show, untuk menunjukkan gitu apakah dia bisa atau paham apa enggak gitu. So, an exam. Number 2, the next one, Miss Renti, silakan.
Useful information or advice. A tip.
A tip, oke. A tip, dikarenakan dia berarti kan nggak pakai S teman-teman ya, bukan tips tapi tip. Karena seorang menandakan singular. A tip. Next one, Miss Ana, silakan.
The time you go to bed,
What's the answer?
loud,
Loud. What's the meaning loud? Apa artinya loud?
keras ya?
Nah, kira-kira nyambung nggak gitu?
No.
Oke. Kalau ini diartikan apa nih? The time you go to bed. What the meaning?
Waktu kamu pergi tidur.
Nah, waktu kamu untuk
tidur.
Pergi tidur. Nah, kira-kira apa nih jawabannya?
The hardest.
The hardest. What the meaning the hardest?
Paling susah.
Paling susah. Oke. Nah, di sini ada there is a clue here. Ada bednya, ada time-nya.
Bedtime?
Nah, bedtime. So here is actually the answer. So, bedtime kan mungkin ada yang pernah dengar gitu kan. Kita sering bilang, this is my bedtime. Ini waktu saya tidur gitu. Nah, bedtime means the time you go to bed. My bedtime is at 10 o'clock. Nah, waktu tidur saya adalah jam 10 malam misalnya. So, bedtime means waktu tidur. Means artinya lagi the time you go to bed. Okay, next one. Miss Wika.
The most difficult, the hardest.
Okay, the most difficult. Yang paling susah. Nah, vocabulary lain kita bisa bilang the hardest. Okay, next one. Quiet. Miss Renti. Miss Renti, quiet means?
Sorry, lupa mute. Quiet mean low maybe.
Okay, low. Low berarti rendah gitu kan. Maksudnya nggak rame gitu atau nggak berisik. Next one, Miss Ana. Yang ini.
A person who listens. A listener.
Okay, a listener. A listener means a person who listens. Okay. Next one. Miss Wika lagi.
Doing something. Apa sih? busy.
Busy, okay. Kita melakukan sesuatu berarti kita sibuk kan. Doing something means busy. Miss Arum, making a lot of noise. What is the meaning?
Yang berisik.
Berisik.
Loud.
Loud. Bersuara gitu kan. Loud, bersuara. Berarti dia berisik gitu. Making a lot of noise. Loud. Finish. Okay then. We got it 100%. Nah, selanjutnya mari kita dengarkan listeningnya teman-teman. So listen carefully and nanti saya akan bertanya setelah satu kali mendengarkan, what did you get from the audio? Bentar, saya ulangi dulu share screen-nya teman-teman. Share sound.
At exam time, it is important to sleep well. Today, we have Dr. Baker with us in the studio, and he is going to give us 5 top tips for getting a good night's sleep. Welcome to the show, Dr. Baker.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Let's start with tip 1. Don't go to bed with the television on. Some people think they can sleep well with the TV on, but the noise and the lights mean you don't really sleep well. So turn it off. Tip 2. Don't think too much before bedtime. Do your hardest homework earlier in the evening. Do easier homework later. If your brain is too busy and full of ideas, it takes longer to get to sleep. Tip 3. Don't play video games for an hour before you go to sleep. They also make your brain too busy and active. Tip 4. Turn off your cell phone when you go to bed. What is so important that it can't wait until the morning? If possible, leave your phone in another room. Tip 5. Play music if you like, but don't play it too loud. Turn the sound down low.
Thank you, Doctor. That is very useful advice for our young listeners.
Okay, that's a very short audio from the speaker, the girl, the man, and the women. So here we go. I'd like to check. Coba Miss Wika. Miss Wika, apa yang didapat dari listening tadi, Miss?
Tips for youngest. 2 tips important before sleep. 1. Don't go to bed. Turn off the TV. Sebelum before sleep, turn off TV itu nggak baik kalau misalnya sebelum tidur nyalakan TV. Terus
jadi sebelum tidur kita harus menyalakan TV nih?
Enggak, Miss, maksudnya turn off.
Oh, harus mematikan TV ya?
Iya.
Okay.
Terus don't much think before the sleep. If you busy or longer sleep for thinking loud, itu juga nggak bisa tidur. Jadi low for thinking.
Okay.
Jangan terlalu banyak pikiran. Terus don't play video games before to sleep. Jangan bermain video game karena kan pengaruhnya tuh gimana ya, kayak nggak berefek to sleepness.
Okay.
Terus turn off phone, ya sama mungkin tadi. Terus yang terakhir Play to music, low but not loud. Pelan tapi tidak keras.
Okay
Music.
then. Thank you, Miss Vika. That's actually ada beberapa poin yang dibicarakan sama si speakernya tadi. Okay. Next one, I want to hear from Miss Ranti. Silakan.
There is interactive show who help a younger can get good sleep during exam. Not during, but
Before.
apa ya? Before exam. So the doctor said there is 5 tips to get a better sleep. The first one is turn off the television, and then don't think too much. So when you if you have an if you study before, so you can if you think hard, it make you hard to get sleep because you thinking. And then don't play video games. Apa lagi ya? Turn off your cell phone. You can do it in the morning.
Okay.
And then the last one is listen to the music if you like it, but use a low volume. That's all.
Okay. Yeah, that's actually the point. Okay, thank you very much, Miss Ranti. Next one, I'd like to hear from Miss Arum. Silakan.
From that speaker, I get don't play video game before you sleep, and after that, don't play music loud, and I just get 2 point, Miss.
Oh, I just get to point. Okay, it's okay. After this, we are going to re-listen. Setelah ini kita akan dengarkan kembali, teman-teman. Setelah menyebutkan poin-poinnya ini kan. Next one, Miss Anna.
5 top tips for good night's sleep. 1. Don't go to bed when television, but turn off the television before go to sleep. Second, don't think too much. And 3, don't play video game. 4, turn off cell phone, save phone in another rooms. And 5, play music if you like, and don't very loud. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay then. Yeah. Semuanya hampir sudah betul sih. You actually get a point from this audio, and I love this section. It's like even we listen the same audio, and if I want you to retell, you will get a different vocabularies and different way to talk, to tell. So it's actually what we call it, kind of interesting to me to listen the way you talk or the way you get the point from these listening skills. Okay, sebelum kita ke sininya, latihannya? Well, I'd like to replay this listening skills, this audio. Coba saya ulangin lagi. So you can learn how the speaker sounds the word or how the speaker pronounced the word. Here we go.
At exam time, it is important to sleep well. Today, we have Dr. Baker with us in the studio, and he is going to give us 5 top tips for getting a good night's sleep. Welcome to the show, Dr. Baker.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Let's start with tip 1. Don't go to bed with the television on. Some people think they can sleep well with the TV on, but the noise and the lights mean you don't really sleep well. So turn it off.
Okay, so the first tips actually don't sleep with the TV on. Mungkin beberapa orang berpikir kalau sambil saya juga berpikir gitu sih, kalau misalnya saya tidur sambil nonton TV gitu ya, lama-lama bakal ketiduran gitu kan. But it's actually as he said, seperti yang dia bilang gitu kan, suara dan lights, pencahayaan dari TV-nya itu mungkin membuat kita lama gitu, ya nanti bakal tidur tapi lama gitu. So that's actually what does he mean.
Tip 2. Don't think too much before bedtime.
Okay, don't think too much before bedtime. Well, it's actually hard for me, How about you guys?
Me too, because
Miss.
we are overthinking maybe.
Yeah, it's like, if I have free time and me time before my bedtime, itu kayak apa ya, waktu luang buat pikiran itu kemana-mana gitu kan. So it's kind of hard. Okay then. So how do you usually overcome that situation? Gimana biasanya teman-teman menangani situasi itu?
Maybe
Just
one solution in one day. Jadi bedtime is good for refreshing mind.
Maksudnya seharian tidur gitu, Miss?
Jadi tidur adalah solusi untuk merefreshing pikiran, Miss. Jadi kalau misalnya ada masalah bisa dilanjutkan lagi di suatu hari nanti atau besoknya.
Oh, so that's about the mindset, right? It's like we talk to ourselves, kita bicara sama diri sendiri. Udah nggak apa-apa, besok kan bisa diterusin lagi gitu kan. Sekarang tidur yuk gitu. Okay. How about you, Miss Renti?
If the overthinking is coming, so actually it's not every night. So I will let me to overthinking for one night, and then it's like I will give the time for me to overthinking. If I already done, I will go to sleep. Even it's make me still wake up until midnight or until in the morning.
Okay.
It's
Okay
like that.
then. Oh, so you let your body and your mind think that, because I feel that too. It's not happen every night. Maybe just one night or once a month or 2 a month like that. That's a good option. Soalnya kalau dipaksakan juga nggak bisa tidur kan ya.
Iya. Jangan pikiran kita butuh berkomunikasi di waktu malam hari.
Okay then. That's a good option. Okay, thank you, Miss Randy, for sharing. Okay, how about you, Miss Anna? When you get overthinking at night?
Yeah, I usually overthinking at the night, but I usually listen people put some podcast, and I'm focused to listen. I don't think anything. Gak mikirkan overthinking, but I focus what they say.
Oke, jadi lebih ke mengalihkan gitu ya, Miss.
Iya.
Jadi biar nggak mikirin overthinking kita sendiri, jadi lihat apa kayak dengerin apa gitu dan fokus, nanti lama-lama lupa gitu dan tidur.
Yes.
Okay then. Well, how about you, Miss Arum?
Um, if I in that situation,
Hmm?
I'm just turn on the lamp. After that, listening sad song and like singing with the lyric. After that, yeah, I'm become a good mood again.
Oh, okay then. Wah, kalau misalnya saya sendiri kalau dengerin lagu galau malah jadi tambah galau nanti Miss, kalau saya. Bukan jadi good mood. Okay then. Yeah,
Because ini
well.
feels apa kayak kan di lagu itu tuh sedih gitu, terus kita
Hmm.
juga sedih. Kadang kan ada beberapa lirik yang emang membangkitkan gitu loh, Miss. Jadi kayak oh iya ternyata tuh nggak gini, ternyata gitu, Miss.
Oh, dan juga mungkin kayak merasa apa ya, have a friend gitu, punya teman gitu mungkin ya,
Yes.
by listening the music. Okay then, it's actually we have a same what we call it, same problem, but we have a different solution. It's good to share each other. Okay then, thank you very much. Coba kita lanjutkan ke listeningnya guys.
Do your hardest homework earlier in the evening. Do easier homework later. If your brain is too busy and full of ideas, it takes longer to get to sleep.
Okay, I'd like to ask you, mana yang lebih didahulukan nih buat teman-teman? Do the easier homework or the hardest homework? Mengerjakan tugas yang susah dulu apa yang mudah dulu biasanya teman-teman?
Harder, Miss.
Kalau Miss Wika gimana?
I firstly harder to the easy
Okay.
for individually.
Jadi tugas susah dulu baru yang mudah-mudah. Okay then. How about you, Miss Ranti?
If this is in one condition, I will choose the easy first, and then go to the harder.
Okay,
Because when I can solve the easy, it's make me happy and make more motivation for doing the hard part.
Okay. Ya, doing the hardest. Jadi kerjakan yang mudah-mudah dulu, nanti kalau nyicil kan udah, baru nanti yang susah. Okay. It's an opposite from Miss Wika. Kebalikan dari Miss Wika. Okay, coba kalau Miss Anna, how about you?
I think I prefer do apa yang mudah dulu.
The easiest first,
Yeah,
and then
the
the
easier
hardest.
first and then the hard. Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Miss Arum?
The easier first. After that, the harder.
The easiest first and then the hardest. Okay. Okay, if with me, depend on the situation and on the deadline. Kalau saya misalnya tergantung deadline-nya. Jadi kalau misalnya deadline-nya udah deket, meskipun dia susah, I will do that part. But if the deadline is still a long time, I will do the easiest first. Okay. Next one.
Tip 3. Don't play video games for an hour before you go to sleep.
Oke, tips yang ketiga, jangan jangan nonton video gitu kan, atau game selama 1 jam sebelum tidur gitu. Alasannya, he said that it will ruin our brain, akan mengacaukan pikiran kita gitu, atau pas mau tidur kita mikir-mikir lagi nih tentang videonya. So he said that 1 hour before sleep, do not watch a video game.
They also make your brain too busy and active. Tip 4. Turn off your cell phone when you go to bed.
Okay, tips number 4, before, turn off your cell phone when you go to bed. I For me, I cannot turn off my phone when I go to bed because I need my alarm and I'm afraid that there is something urgent and then someone calls me kalau ada seorang menelpon saya gitu. Jadi saya nggak tahu gitu kan. So actually I don't agree or I'm not into these tips yang keempat ini. Jadi saya nggak ini sih, nggak melakukan tips yang keempat ini. So how about you guys? Kalau teman-teman gimana nih? Miss Anna, how about you?
Yeah, Miss Sam, I don't turn off my phone, but I'm for alarm, but I just put my phone so far from me,
Oh, I see.
not behind. Yeah, not
Okay, that.
yes.
Not near at you, but far from you.
Yeah.
Okay then. How about you, Miss Mika?
I'm using a cell phone in my night for alarm, but data cellular is off, Miss, kalau saya. Jadi kayak ya tadi sih seperti tadi mengatasi solusi di besoknya aja.
Oh,
Mungkin
okay.
I late for information sih, tapi but bedtime is good for rest time, my rest time.
Okay then. Berarti ini ya cuman dimatikan datanya gitu. Okay. How about you, Miss Arum?
For me, I'm not turn on my phone, but I just turn on my data cellular when there is information. Maybe I baru bacanya tuh pagi-paginya, Miss. Jadi emang malam buat tidur. Jadi biar kayak nggak main HP terus gitu loh, Miss. Kan kalau datanya on, main HP terus jadinya.
Oke, I see. Jadi biar fokus tidur juga ya. Kalau mungkin nanti kalau ada HP keganggu gitu. So you
Yes,
turn
Miss.
off the data. Okay then. How about you, Miss Ranti?
If I wanna go to sleep, I will leave my phone on silent, so it still on and still the data cellular is still on, but the information is still coming, but I just read it in the morning.
Okay. You silent your phone. Okay then. Well, thank you very much for sharing, guys. Next one.
What is so important that it can't wait until the morning? If possible, leave your phone in another room. Tip 5. Play music if you like, but don't play it too loud.
Oke, nah tips yang terakhir kita bisa mainkan musik nih, misalnya mungkin musik-musik yang buat tidur gitu atau yang santai-santai, tapi jangan too loud, do not too loud, terlalu keras.
Turn the sound down low.
Turn the sound down low.
Thank you, Doctor. That is very useful advice for our young listeners.
Okay then. Nah, I think we have understand enough about the audio and what the speaker talk about, and here we're going to check the understanding. Nah, ini betul atau salah teman-teman. Tinggal pilih aja. Apakah statementnya betul atau salah. Number 1. Coba Miss Arum, silakan.
The guest in the studio is a teacher. False.
False. The guest in the studio is a teacher. So, kalau bukan guru apa nih? Seorang apa?
Dokternya kan musik ya?
The doctor. Dokter siapa tadi namanya gitu ya? So he is not a teacher but a doctor. And then number 2, Miss Anna, silakan.
Some people can sleep well with a television on. True.
True. Okay. Number 3, Miss Ranti, silakan. Nomor 3, Miss Ranti.
Sorry, lupa unmute.
Okay then.
It is bad to think a lot before going to bed. True.
Okay. Betul. Next one, number 4, Miss Wika.
It is good to play video games before bed. False.
Pause. Next one, number 5, Miss Arum.
It is good to turn your mobile off when you go to bed. True.
Okay. Number 6, Miss Anna.
It is bad to play loud music while you sleep. True.
True. Okay then, let's check it. Oh, ada yang salah teman-teman. Number 2. Nah, number 2. Some people can sleep well with a television on. Beberapa orang bisa tidur dengan baik dengan TV menyala gitu. Nah, so it's actually from the audio we know that it is false. Nah, pernyataan ini salah. So it must be false. It is not true. Okay then. It's okay. Kita lanjut ke latihan selanjutnya, get feel. Nah, kita mengisi yang ada di box ini. Okay, number 1. Silakan Miss Ranti. Don't forget to unmute your microphone.
Lupa mute lagi.
Okay.
Lupa lagi. Welcome to the show, Dr. Baker.
Okay, welcome to the show, Dr. Baker. Nah, okay. Number 2, silakan Miss Wika.
Thank you. It's useful advice. Let's
It's
start with
useful
this one.
advice. Surely.
Thank you.
Ini kira-kira si dokternya nih yang ngomong.
Glad to be here.
Ah, great to be here. Artinya great to be here. Thank you. It's great to be here. Senang bisa di sini. Let's start with tip 1. Number 3, Miss Anna, silakan.
Do your hardest homework earlier in the evening.
Okay, do your hardest homework earlier in the evening. Nah, kalau di listening ini menyarankan kita ke sulit dulu ya. Sulit dulu baru yang susah gitu. Oh, saya salah, bentar. Okay. Do your hardest homework earlier in the evening. Number 4, silakan Miss Arum.
Turn off your mobile when you go to bed.
Turn off your mobile when you go to bed. Okay. Number 5, silakan Miss Wika.
Play music if you like, but turn the sound down loud.
Okay, play music if you like, but turn the sound down loud. Number 6, that is very useful advice for our young listeners. Okay. Finish? Yeah, we got 100% correct. Okay then. Nah, it's almost 4 o'clock. Well, everyone, any questions so far? Ada pertanyaan untuk pertemuan hari ini?
Nothing, Miss.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay then. Okay, so before I close the meeting, let's get a screenshot. Saya screenshot dulu teman-teman. Nggak kelihatan ya. Bentar saya stop share dulu deh. Oke then. Miss Arum, you may open your camera. Okay, well. Wah, kita girl semua ya ternyata, saya baru sadar. We have no voice here. Okay, well, show your smile. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, once more. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Okay, thank you everyone for attending the meeting. Thank you for today and see you on the next Wednesday. Happy breakfasting and thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Bye-bye, Miss.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Miss.
Miss Dini.
Okay,
See you
then.
guys.